online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2. Russell Brand.
You're listening to Russell Brand on Radio 2. That was the Beach Boys' Surfing USA, which I can only imagine was played ironically because I'm here in Hawaii whilst Matt Morgan is there in London. Hello, Matt.
Hello, Russell.
Oh, you're in charge of the switches, are you?
Of course I am, yes.
Can you perhaps press one that conjures up the mood of Hawaii, as we have been doing? There we are.
There we go.
If that don't conjure up this crime-ridden nest of hatred in which I currently dwell, I don't know what will.
Really? There's crime there?
There's crime in Hawaii,
You're
let
joking.
me tell you. I see a sign the other day when I was on the way to Mike, my surfing instructor's house. We've taken our relationship
Don't cough
up,
there
up to another
just
level.
cover that. Mike,
What
my
do you
surfing
mean?
instructor says, oh, Mike!
The reason
Why are
I'm
you going to his
coughing is
house?
because
You don't
my
learn
throat's
surfing
still
at
not
houses.
clear. I'm learning a hell of a lot there, let me tell you. I'm learning what it is to be a man round Mike's house.
What's his house like?
Nice. It's
Air
all well and
conditioned?
good being able to surf the ocean, but you've got to be able to surf your own emotions. What, is his house air conditioned?
Yeah.
Why do you want to know that?
Just want to know, tell me.
Yeah, it is. He's having it done up. He's having a jacuzzi put in the back garden.
Oh, have you had the tour?
We held hands, the two of us. It was actually quite
I'm
marvellous.
going to knock this whole wall through. You're going to do that with your hands, Mikey? I bet you probably
can I
could if you
watch
wanted to.
Go on, Mikey, knock it over.
You could reduce this place to matchwood. Oh, let's not go
Mike.
to the beach today, Mikey.
Look at those waves, Mike. They look ever so rough. Stay in here. Hold me, Mike.
Let's practice holding our breath under the bath. Come on.
Mike, my trunks have come down. Yeah, I went round his house because we was doing some surfing out. His back garden's made out of ocean, so we went round there. And while I was round there, right, there's on the way there's a sign that says "Thieves keep away" and "Ice heads."
What?
Ice heads. It
Drug
says thieves and
addicts.
ice heads. That's right. Crystal meth out here in Hawaii. It's all the rage, Matt. It's all the fashion.
No.
So if you
Is
come
there
to
nowhere
Hawaii,
left?
of course there's nowhere left. Crystal meth is everywhere. Don't take crystal meth because it's easily manufactured from household ingredients. That is not an enticement to take it. It's an
course not.
awful drug.
Hang on,
it
are they
ruins lives.
Are they obedient and they refer to themselves as ice heads? Oh, I'm not allowed round there.
Because
There's
that's
a
what I'm
sign.
saying. If you are an ice head and you see that sign, in a way that's an enticement for me, because like you think, well, they've bothered to directly address ice heads.
Yeah.
They've clearly got stuff in there that might appeal to an ice head, such as I. And yeah, I wonder, yeah, perhaps you wouldn't have the self-knowledge to know as yourself as an ice head. So yeah, in short, Matthew, Hawaii has got a hell of a lot of crime going on here. It's not all hula girls and, I don't know, Tom Selleck.
Is there
He's Magnum, was he here? I can't remember.
the bags are on. Hang on, there must be bits of, like, there's lots of different islands. Maybe there's one. Is there nowhere that's still, you know, an island of calm?
Yeah, there's one called Kauai. That ain't been ruined yet. But
Hawaii
that's
sounds like a happy shopper version of Hawaii.
that is the budget version. Can I go to Hawaii? I think you'll find Kauai is still available. That'll have to do then. Yeah, so here, hold on, let's work out. I'll just go update you what the hell's going on in the world. Firstly, I want to thank Brandy from America who sent me some flowers to the hotel where I'm staying in Turtle Bay. That cheered me up. Some flowers arrived and some chocolates. Although the chocolates, through no fault of Brandy, who was acting out of what can only be described as altruism and kindness, did taste a bit like dog's chocolates.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, as you know, regular listeners on the
At the
show will
beginning of
know.
that, I thought, oh, God, he's turning into Elton John. And then you ruined it at the end.
Why?
Because they probably
Why?
didn't taste like dog's chocolates, did
They
they?
tasted a bit powdery, like dog's
You
chocolates.
shouldn't
and
have
they had
eaten
like
dog's chocolates. Carry on. What other things
You've
have you
had
got to
dog's
do?
chocolates. Everyone's got the reference. We've all tried it once. I know it says dog's chocolates, but how different can it really be? And there's gerbils chocolates now.
Oh,
That's
no,
the
you're always
world's
going
gone
on about
mad.
this. Come on.
I just want to know why there's so many markets for chocolates all of a sudden.
Because people
Right,
love their pets, people love chocolate. That's how it's worked out.
Don't be cynical and downbeat about my theories about why there is a plethora of chocolate proliferation among pets. That thing that happened to Russian nuclear missiles after the Cold War. I think it's called proliferation or something like that. Anyway, listen, I've got some very important things to say. And thank you, Chloe, for giving me a nice book about Buddhism. I had a book sent about Buddhism sent to my hotel. I had a good look at it, but then started looking at pornography on the internet. That's the thing about Inner Peace. It does set you up ever so nicely for onanism and self-abuse.
Have you looked at porn? Have you, like, you know, had the movies in your hotel yet?
I don't bother anymore with hotel movies because it always leads to disappointment, and this is a lesson for all you listeners out there. What?
America, they have pretty hardcore porn on hotels. In hotels.
Hotel porn in America's better now.
Oh, yeah.
Listeners, ignore my previous warning. For God's sake, when in America, first thing you do when you stride into your hotel, sit yourself down on the bed, kick off your trousers and pants, leave your shirt on though, then stick on the hotel porn. Watch all varieties of it. Watch the Japanese porn channel. Watch all them different porn channels. Don't get drawn into think, oh, shall I watch In Pursuit of Happiness starring Will Smith? No. Yes, it's an upbeat message about life and parenthood, but if you interfere with yourself while watching it, the police will almost certainly become involved. There's some other things I need to update you with. I'm not gone horse riding no more because of I hate horse riding now, and
really?
I'm suspicious of Casper the horse. Yeah.
Have you had to change the script then?
Well, no, I'm still going to have to go on a day, but I'll just... It's just going to be immediately out of frame. I'll scuttle about, like, I don't know, on a wheelie bin or something. It'll be alright, we'll make it work, Matthew. Just got to be optimistic in life. Right, so these are the things we're going to be discussing over the course of the show. Noel Gallagher, I don't know if we're ever going to be able to talk to him again. He seems to be beyond reach. Perhaps Mikey.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the paper about him drinking.
What? He's drinking? Oh, Christ, let's do an intervention. I say we do an intervention. Right, what we'll do, we'll ring him up at 9 o'clock in the morning, try and buck his ideas up, snap him out of it. He's clearly, since I've been gone, the man's falling apart.
It's 7 o'clock.
No, go on.
It's at 7:20 in the morning.
Well, what do you want me to do about that?
And when this was being set up, and there was a few technical problems, you almost went home.
I couldn't make things work.
I'm sorry, I heard you say to your PA that you were gonna just go home. We were sitting there at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning this time, giving up our lovely little lives.
You haven't got a lovely little life, dirty antics
coming off
you
the
get
world's most expensive phone call with you.
It's a joy and a privilege to have this conversation. Come on. In fact, I've got an email here about tantrums. Aloha Russell, says Chris Frampton from London. I just got send you this message because I like it when Matt recalls funny occasions on which you either throw tantrums or act like a diva. He says he's been keeping a list. Here is that list, including having a strop at the osteopaths. I don't remember doing that.
Yes.
What did I do?
Your osteopath wasn't available, dear Gavin, so they said, oh, Gavin's not here, so you've got to have this lady. And then you went, I'm not going then, and also I want to live in another country, and you stormed home.
Oh yeah, I was going to go and live in another country, because I thought
if they care at the osteopaths. Oh God, not only have we lost a customer, but he's gone to another country. Let's close down the osteopaths.
Listen, that osteopath wouldn't last 5 minutes without my spine,
patronage.
bloody things like a Scalextrics track. Right, oh yeah, Matt, accusing Matt of going shopping with your stylist. Did that ever happen?
I bought a nice coat. Do you remember that? I bought a nice coat, and you went, where did you get that coat? You wouldn't have been able to buy that on your own. You've used my stylist!
You had, though?
No, I hadn't. I'd gone and bought it on my own.
You don't know where to get coats. Where did you get it?
I got it in, Habitat.
Habitat? Yeah, that's a furniture shop. You can't even buy clothes in there. That's for cupboards, you idiot.
I can't remember what it's called, but one of those ones that's got loads of other House of Fraser.
Habitat, House of Fraser. Other shops are available, but for heaven's sake, don't try and buy wardrobes out of House of Fraser menswear section, and don't dress from Habitat, otherwise you'll make a complete goon of yourself. And what about this other propaganda? Making Matt coming round to yours while you were training, and you making Marsha usher him into a darkened room.
Yes.
That did happen. That was quite recent.
Are you still doing all this training, or is it now been, you know, it's too late now, so you've given up?
Wait, I'm fit as a fiddle.
Are they
You
just
should see
using
me.
CGI now?
Oh, there's no point. There's nothing we can do for him. Let's just strap a sandwich board with a muscly chest drawn on it with crayons. Listen, no, I'm still carrying on. I've had my latest fitness instructor is also
Why
called
are you going
Mike.
through them so quickly?
Well, they can't take the strain, to tell you the truth, Matthew. I go through them at a fair old
Because you
pace.
fall in love with them and they make them uncomfortable.
I'm pinned to this barbell. Help me, help me. So listen, I'll tell you what now. Why don't we listen to a little bit of music over the course of the show? Let's ring Noel Gallagher in intervene, because I'm worried that since you've told me about like this terrible alcohol abuse he's indulging in, I think we should get involved. We'll be talking about things that have been going on in England. That while I've been gone, I heard someone pulled their willy off in a Turkish restaurant and threw it on the floor. I believe it's some sort of protest at my absence. And there's lots of other stuff going on.
We're all
isn't there?
doing that now, actually. It's quite a thing.
It's like Red Nose Day.
It is. Red Pants
Red
Day, we
Groin
call it
Day.
that. Just hop off up the road in blinding pain, and it's really working out for us all.
Well, I'll tell you what, as long as it raises awareness, that's the main thing. Also, I'll be telling you about... Oh, yeah, we've got a campaign, the iPod, our iPod Tune thing podcast. I don't know what that thing is, but we're nearly back at number one.
Apple Mac.
That's the... Microwave. The only important thing I know is that we're getting back to the top of the charts. Now, why don't we listen to... What are we going to listen to? The Libertines now.
Libertines.
Let's listen to Libertines in honour of Carl Bratt and Pete Doherty having a reunion gig at the Hackney Empire in London this week. Thank you for all the emails from around the world.
He's so behind, isn't he?
I don't know what's
Has that
going
just
on.
come through on Coconut Mail? Dig, dig, dig. Carl Bratt, stop. Dig, dig, dig. Reunion gig, stop.
Mowgli's just running here. He's very excited about something. He's telling me a man called Buzz Aspinall's up on the moon.
Dirty Den, shot.
Why, Angie? Why won't you give him the divorce, you bitch? That were the Libertines, a time for heroes in dedication to the week's events. I've got my finger on the pulse. Here, blimey, what about Wimbledon winning the FA Association Football Cup? What perishing good news all round. Cheers to that, pickers. You're listening to Russell Brand on Radio 2. Shut up, Matthew. Thank you. I just want to make sure that people who send me gifts know that they're appreciated, because I like that, because it makes me feel, what is it again? Like a deity. Yeah, thanks for them flowers, Brand.
Don't send him any more. That's not natural. You shouldn't feel like that. You're meant to just feel grateful, not godlike. Although, if anyone wants to send me a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, I would feel very, very grateful. Yeah, I've said it.
Don't try and use this to get free toys.
Well,
You
it's
won't be able
about
to
time I
advertise
get
things.
something free. Not sending me to Hawaii. Stood here at 7 a.m. Saturday
You are
morning.
coming to Hawaii. When you coming to Hawaii?
I don't know. Not with all this crime that's going on, these crackheads everywhere.
You'll fit right in. They'll probably make you their leader
Oh.
once they take a glance at your red-eyed glare and criminal past. So, yeah, I'll tell you a few more things that have been going on.
You've been eating almonds.
Almonds, yeah, that's right. What's wrong with eating almonds?
Because they're called almonds, or almonds. You don't say... I said to him,
Almonds.
what are you eating down the microphone? Almonds. Great Almond Street. Almonds.
I'm just gnawing on a couple of patients.
Gosh.
No, you do say almonds.
Almonds. Almonds. You can't say almonds.
Stop criticising my use of language. Yeah, listen, right, I've got an email here from Lizzie Robinson. She's given me some news from the UK because she doesn't like me feeling all out of touch and thinking that I've got my finger on the pulse because I don't know about a reunion gig. When did that happen then?
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you're joking, really?
It was a while ago, yeah.
Oh, no, I thought it just happened.
Since then, the Dirty Pretty Things have done a very good gig. I read in the paper. You know, there's been other stories since that. We've all
Really,
moved on.
we've
We've all
moved
dealt
on.
with it, you know. But you're still there.
Crikey. Yeah, look at this. Well, Lizzie tells me, Lizzie Robinson says, on Sunday evening, a man aged between 30 and 40, hello there, that's very vague and seductive, ran into Zazzy Restaurant, which is the name of the restaurant, not...
Isn't it?
No, it says Zazzy. It's, like, it's either a restaurant with a hell of a lot of pizzazz, or it's just called that. On the Strand, and cut off his genitals. He had to be restrained by police using CS gas. Once you've cut off your own genitals, what can the police really do to restrain you?
I know, you can't exactly go to court and complain, can you? Then they sprayed CS gas on me, which really hurt.
Really smart. I don't know if you've ever, when cutting a lemon, have got a bit of the lemon juice in your eyes. Well, it's very much like that sensation.
Like that. I was skidding around in willy blood, and it was really rather inconvenient.
Then I got a paper cut on one of the menus, so I'd like to sue, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Obviously,
do you know about this? Do you know about this? Do you know about it?
I did, but somehow I managed to overlook the fact that it would be brilliant content for the radio show. Don't know how I did that. Perhaps a mentally ill man abusing himself with a knife in public. I just thought, let's leave that where it is.
No, well, Matthew, I think you'll find even now that there's glorious content in it. Surgeons were unable to reattach the man's genitals. Oh, Christ.
I bet they didn't
this
try.
is terrible news. What do you mean? Why wouldn't they?
I bet they just had it there on a tray and looked at him, and he was sitting there, and they just went, nah, it's very difficult.
They've taken a Hippocratic oath. They have to make sure that he gets the best treatment that money can buy. They've got to stitch that willy straight back on.
Yeah? You could have it put on somewhere else, like a little epaulette on your shoulder. You know, a new chin.
I'd like it on my shoulder, like it was like a little red devil on Tom and Jerry's shoulders. And then on the other one, I don't know, I'd just have some daisies sewn on or something like that.
Obviously it wouldn't function there, would it?
I don't know, Matthew, you know, not with that attitude. Perhaps if you showed a little bit of commitment, it could
guess what?
spring to life. Go on.
You know Mikey, who works on the show?
Mikey, the Scottish person who works on our Radio 2 show, yes.
Yeah. This morning, last night I said, have you sorted out my taxi to the studio? No, I'm at home, I haven't got the codes, do it yourself. Right?
Right.
And I didn't have the code, so I had to get a cab here and pay for it in cash and get a receipt, and he'd run out of receipts. He had to write me one going, I'm the driver, this is a real receipt, honestly. And I had to come in here. I turned round and Mikey turns up in a VIP car. Literally, honestly, in a silver car with a man gets out and opens the door for him. Can you believe that?
Mikey's cruising the streets like a minor royal, while you are slumming it.
Classical music booming out, him fingering his cane. Take me to the door. And then he gets out and there's me scrabbling around with a homemade receipt.
I was bought in the back of a van with chickens and stuff.
Didn't you get lost or something there?
I got lost, which out here is risky because they make lost out here. I ended up nearly getting off with that tubby fella in the woods.
Stop going on about him.
I like him.
It's a campaign of hate.
I like Harvey.
Harvey.
He's called Harvey.
Well,
that's him.
You said you like him. So, yeah, I think that's his name.
I'm into him. I think he's alright.
Have you seen any of that lot about?
No, what do you mean, Matthew? That's like me asking you if you've been hanging out with the royal family.
What, have they got that much stature there? Yeah,
well,
you
really
must have seen them. One of them.
Well,
you said you saw one of their wives.
Yeah, I saw the Scottish one's wife. He's called Desmond. He can see the future.
What's a wife called Desmond?
She's very sexy, actually. She'd adapted to it. Listen, stop trying to steer conversation back to my only gay crush that I've ever had on Dear Mike. Actually, it's quite difficult, the most recent surfing lesson I've had with him, because I was thinking about how extensively I talked about the crush on radio, and I felt like perhaps I'll tell him about it, but then I thought, in that context, it's not going to sound right. Say, for example, you meet with a woman who you've involved in self-masturbatory activity.
What?
Over. Well, say like you...
That's rather the point of masturbatory, isn't it?
No, I think you can masturbate some other person if you're bored on a bus.
You have to ask them, though.
I don't see why you should. I've had money off my tickets. Listen, right, you could, like, it's difficult if you meet a woman and perhaps the previous night, perhaps you've abused yourself whilst thinking about her, or a fella, you know, perhaps a butch surf instructor or something.
Yes.
When you see them,
what,
you feel a little...
Are you admitting to something?
No, this is not admission.
Oh, right.
I'm just saying you do feel a sense of guilt after masturbation if you then have to talk to the person involved.
You don't necessarily have to. You could get a real kick out of it and think, haha, you didn't know what you were doing in my dreams last night.
Yeah. Mikey, you may have the upper hand now when you get out of your silver Mercedes, but last night you were scuttling around on all fours, noshing away at me like a slush puppy.
Oh. Right, that's it.
Oh, come on.
Tell him,
right,
tell
now
him
listen.
we've gone off air.
Listen, let's campaign to get our podcast back to #1. Now, what's been going? It's been bouncing up and down the charts in my absence.
Went down to 4, then it went to 3. I think it's at 2 now.
Good. Right, now, listen, right, if you are a listener of the show, and if you're not, you won't be hearing this, so you lot can clear right off. If you're listening to this show, why don't you
chop your
email
genitals
people
off and send them to the Turtle Bay Hotel, where Russell will make a jacket out of penises to promote
then
his
when
show.
I'm wearing my coat of many penises, perhaps then people will accept that I'm the chosen one. And as I stride into Honolulu in my suit of mighty scrotums, all saluted me and threw rose petals in my path as I skidded along on the effluvia produced from within me own clothes. No, don't send me your genitals. Do keep sending me gifts at the old Turtle Bay Resort and the emails. It's clogging up their email, but it's also making them realise they've got to treat me much more special than that, because I've got a weight of support behind me.
Have you done your classic trick of annoying the hotel? Yeah.
Well, only because I want my English newspapers, and,
What do you want them to do? Set up a little press department, a little mini Fleet Street for you?
Do you know the programme Press Gang starring Dexter Fletcher? Well, could we do something a little bit like that, where we do a newspaper about events around the hotel? I'll be the photographer. Oh, Mikey! Mikey! You're going to be our debut page 7 fella. Listen, right? Yeah, let's get this campaign on the bloody road. Now, if you email your friends and us, email me, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk, and tell me the brilliant and innovative ways that you are promoting our podcast. Email everyone you know, tell them to download it. MySpace everyone you know, tell them to download it. Then continue to spread these rumours about Alan Sugar and his programme, which I believe is closely affiliated to the notion of hate. Let me have a look. I've got an email here saying that there's a lot of corruption and that Alan Sugar forces all his staff at Amstrad to download his podcast.
Really?
Yes, Matt. That's what's going on. Also, that other podcasts that are above us, a lot of them, they're very much tainted. And, like, I know for a fact that Scott Mills, if watching the film Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, would be thinking, I want Augustus Gloop to win, or that ungrateful
I'm with
girl.
Slugworth.
Slugworth, he's a real brainiac.
He's a true
deserves
hero
break.
of this.
Wonka's an eccentric. Why's he always in that factory anyway?
Why's he only got half of everything at the end? What's going on?
The Oompa Loompas are basically slaves. Come along. Can't you see the analogy? It's disgusting the way they're treated. Yeah, get everyone to download it. Let's get it back to #1. Also, send me emails suggesting what you'd like for content for our new video podcast. Matthew, you better go over it so you can be in these podcasts that we're going to be doing.
Yes, I'm just going to the airport now.
Do you know, right, what? I was doing some surfing the other day and Mike done a wee in the sea.
Right, you've got nothing to say. I think we should listen to the Holloways.
We might as well listen. No, hold on. We'll put the Holloways on in a little. No, yeah, all right. Listen to the Holloways now.
Why do you talk of the Holloways like it's like a 2-bar heater and you're an old lady? Let's put the Holloways on. No, let's leave it a bit. It's expensive.
Hold on, this way. No, we can't. It's still British summertime. Yeah. No, we can't have the.
April should have that on, but it's nice, isn't it? On your feet.
Come on, let's pop the Holloways on. Come on, I'll
pop
put
it
a
on for a
blanket
bit,
over my
you know.
legs.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
just a little bit of Holloways. The Holloways Generator. You're listening to Russell Brand on Radio 2. I'm broadcasting live from Hawaii. Well, it's live while I'm saying it, but now it's pre-recorded. That's why Matt Morgan's all miserable, because it's early in the morning where he is. You're right, Matt. Have you bucked your ideas up a bit yet?
I'm not miserable. I'm just tired and jaded.
Tired, jaded, yes. Look, this is some interesting information from Steve Jones. He says, hello, Matt and Russ. Great show the last one was, I thought. However, I do need to pass this information on to you. Since Russ has developed a crush on his surfing instructor, faking a jellyfish attack would be a really bad idea. Jellyfish poison cannot be sucked out. It needs to be neutralised with vinegar or urine, i.e. wee-wee.
That's why you
My
weed
mate...
near you.
Do you think so? Oh, that's so touching. He's always thinking of me. He's the wind beneath my bloody wings. My mate is a scuba diver, and it was he who told me of this unusual though effective practice. In fact, that's been on an episode of Friends, hasn't it? They had to be on each other, so that's sort of part of our mainstream culture. We know all about that. Okay, there's another email here. This is from a lady. I believe she's got the name Emily. Hi, Russell. I hope the Hawaii experience is going well and that Casper, that's my horse, is behaving. It's my boyfriend Bobby's birthday on May the 6th. I've bought him a signed DVD of yours from your lovely website. I'm wondering if you and Matt can sing Happy 21st Birthday on the show, as he's your biggest fan. Matt is a sort of curmudgeonly man, Emily, who will not ever participate or join in with any of life's playful things. But listen to this, Matthew.
Because you're scared to sing.
Oh, I'm not scared to sing, mate. I sing my little lungs out. I done a scene on this film the other day.
I've done a scene.
I've done a scene.
Me, mummy.
I done a scene. I sing in front of hundreds of people, crew, cast, extras, everything. Singing my little heart out, wearing leather trousers, grinding up and down on the stage.
Miming to something or singing?
Me own singing, mate. Me own singing.
God.
Yes. Oh, you should have heard it, Matthew.
What are they going to do with that in the edit?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully they'll tidy it up, because it was a bleeding abomination.
Was it?
Yeah, listen. No, it's good. Yeah, listen. Right, listen, if we sing Happy Birthday, it means
listen,
Emily
here,
and...
Right, listen, here.
Hello,
listen.
Oh, here, strike a light, not many, I don't. What, you perishers? Oh, I wouldn't mind. Listen, right, come, no. So, listen, right, hey.
Stop saying listen. It's radio, people haven't got a choice.
We've got the power! Send me gifts to Turtle Bay Resort. I'll stop at nothing. I'll run this island. I'll manufacture my own crystal meth. I'll become the Don Corleone of Hawaii. Hold on,
He will,
Emily.
you know.
I could do it. I really could. I'm really committed to this. Don't become a drugs lord, anyone. If you are listening at home, thinking of becoming a drugs lord, pack it in. Pack it right in, being a drugs lord. Get to your room. Right, now listen, if me and Matt sing Happy Birthday, then Emily and this lad Matt can have it off.
No, the worst thing is if we sing Happy Birthday, we have to pay about £1 million to those people who own Happy Birthday.
Hold on, let's do our own slightly different version of Happy Birthday.
This would be
like
quite
once when
different.
Hold on, well, listen, I know a good version of Happy Birthday. I know a couple. One that I heard sung to Donald Duck on his birthday.
Yeah, I remember that, but you still have to pay for that. The one that goes, Happy Birthday to you. That one.
That's a Stevie Wonder song. This one went,
right.
oh no, it did go there. It's Donald's birthday. Yeah, they adapted it. It was a Stevie Wonder song, but they adapted it to be to Donald Duck. It's Donald's birthday. Happy birthday, Donald. Yeah, but I mean, that would work. That's pretty much like the song I did the other day, actually.
Really?
Now, that's essentially the same message, yeah. When I was once in a treatment centre in America, locked up for a month for my own good, this, it was good actually, because people used to talk about all very serious things to do with addiction and, like, their terrible lives and that, all in their, you know, as they were American people, so they spoke in an American fashion about their very much American problems. Some, of course, were universal, but it had a very sort of, sober atmosphere in there. People, oh man, I mean, these were difficult times and we really struggled, you know, sort of people, and like counsellors nodding earnestly, young counsellors that sort of looked like Thunderbird puppets. And one day, this fella, he was a ex-copper and had been in Nation of Islam, right? He was a very serious and intense sort of a man, right?
Yeah.
In this treatment centre, you sit with a cuddly toy each,
Does Donald
right?
Duck come into this story?
You better believe it, baby, because this anecdote's got Donald Duck written all over it. In a minute, Donald Duck's going to march right into this anecdote with an erection. He is not going to have an erection. He will not be aroused. Right? So, like, we all had to pick a different cuddly toy to have. I had a camel, and everyone called me London, because I'm from London. Hey, London! Hey, London! They'd say to me. And I didn't like it, because I thought, I'm a complicated man. You can't reduce me to London and everyone that lived there, all the different types of people that live in London. Well, Glenn Hoddle, you know, Ken Livingstone, for heaven's sake, Eddie Grant, you know, there's too much variety. Glenda Jackson, So, yeah, right, on this particular day, it was a very heavy mood, and we all had our different cuddly toys, and, like, this man was talking about sort of different things to do with abuse and drinking, and he was sort of crying, and everyone was nodding all earnestly, and everyone had their cuddly toys. And the cuddly toy I'd always liked, but never picked up, was this sort of polar bear with a kind of dunce's hat on and a waistcoat and sunglasses, and I'd always, liked the look of that, and I preferred it to the camel that I'd always had. And one day, that Nation of Islam bloke had that polar bear, and this other fella was sort of talking about, oh, the abuse, the drink, the horror, right? And like, he had that polar bear, sunglasses, a sort of a silver dunce's hat and a waistcoat, and he was sort of like touching it a little bit, like absent-mindedly, while listening to the abuse, the drink, the horror. And like, so he touched its paw, and it was one of them bears what sings the song. Happy birthday! It's a party today! And like, it was sort of wiggling his head, and he had to like stuff it down the edge of the settee, and it was like he was doing it on purpose. And it was still coming out all muffled, and everyone else just tried to carry on pretending that they weren't a polar bear, going, it's a birthday celebration! I'm talking about the hell of alcohol and addiction. It was brilliant fun.
Did you for a moment think, could everyone else hear that? Or am I finally gone?
Uh-oh, I think I've tipped over the edge.
The camel's telling me to cuddle everyone!
Is it someone's birthday here? Because I've got an unusual explosion in my mind. There's a party in my brain box, and just I'm invited.
What on earth? You've lived a very odd life, haven't you?
I've tried my hardest to make it normal, Matt, but the harder I try, the stranger it gets. Look at the people I can sort with. You, G, Oddballs, Mikey. Mr. Nibs is the most normal person we know. And where's he gone? Where's he? Locked up in juvie? Where is he? Off his head on goofballs and whiz-bangs?
He's hibernating.
Is he? I'm worried about Mr. Nibs. Mr. Nibs is the manservant of the show. I don't mean that he is like genitalia, although God knows he is erotic, but he's been missing for a while, probably ever since Christoph died.
Most people call their genitalia their manservant, Russell. I don't think that's normal.
Why?
Why? Well.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let's try it in an erotic context.
No, please, I don't like your erotic voice. It goes too deep into my ear. Don't, it's right in my headphones.
Here it comes, baby.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah,
it's like you're standing behind me. I can feel your breath on my neck.
Touch my manservant.
Here, listen to this, Russell.
Oh, my man. What?
I'm going to do
What is it?
A very good segue here.
Is it a present for me?
Yes. It's from the paper.
Hold on, Matt's doing an item, everyone. Oh, let me devise a jingle. It's the Matt Morgan's Eye Over Popular Culture. Matt Morgan's Eye Over Popular Culture. Coming in, Matt, what's your item?
I can't do it now, there's too much pressure.
There's not too much pressure. You'll never get an erection ever if you had that attitude. And I know you can, because I've seen them, baby. I've had to avoid them.
What
Come
on
on.
What's he talking about?
I don't know.
Right, listen.
Come on, do your
Shut
item.
up!
Do you want me to do the jingle again? Matt Morgan's item. He's cast his eye on popular culture.
Comedian Scent would be more popular than Charlotte Church's. They're talking about Peter Kay, but you're number 10 in a top 10 celebs that people would like to release a scent. That means make a perfume, not just some pheromones.
I have just released a scent.
Oh,
I've
there
got
he
a
is.
musk gland. Just in my perineum, I release very powerful spores.
But you could
3
release...
or 4 times a day.
You could release a perfume called Manservant.
Manservant by Russell
Brand's
Brand.
Manservant, and then there's you sat in a couch, and then a butler who's unseen brings you on a tray like a whiskey decanter full of perfume, pours you one, you smell it and go, yes, like that.
Well, then just splash it on my nipples or something.
Yeah.
There's got to be a money shot. What happens at the end? Do I get off with someone or
You
something?
go into a lift with loads of women, and then the door's shut, and you go, oh, maybe sometime, Jeeves.
Jeeves, get in here! I don't trust him.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Now you'd be more interested in Jeeves, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Jeeves.
Jeeves, make these girls go home, and then we can play Scrabble, by which I mean kissing.
Scrabble? What's
Scrabbling around for our clothes.
Scrabble, it's going to be a 4 down your trousers, Jeeves. Give us a cuddle.
Oh, dear.
Listen, I don't know what's happened
That's
to me.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
your shameless merchandising could reach out to Sense.
Yes, do buy my shameless merchandising. Right, now this reminds me of a few other important things. Remember, let's get our podcast back to the top of the charts. Tell everyone you know to download it. We will do a video one, that's coming soon, but let's just get this one back. Also, if you know any birds in Hawaii, tell them I'm here, because, you know, I get ever so bored some evening.
Oh, God, that's finally happened. You can do all right on your own, can't you? Oh, no, sorry, you're not famous out there.
I'm not famous. I can't go around talking to people, being pleasant, pretending to be nice hour after hour. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it must be difficult. People just
I like the good old days.
Cat weasel over there? I've seen that on BBC World. Is that... I'm asking.
They think I'm Wurzel Gummidge, actually, who was played by the same actor.
No, he wasn't.
Compromise. Was he? Pertwee?
So. No, it wasn't.
Pertwee?
He was the Crow Man. He was the Crow Man. Was he? I don't know.
Was he? Hey, listen, if you've got any information about Wurzel Gummidge, or indeed Catweasel,
then send it to this morning. That's already happened, because it's not live.
Why don't you just mail it into the distant past? We've already cruised off into the future. Yeah. Hold on, I've got some other important things to talk about, or should we listen to a record? What do you think?
Let's have a record.
What are you going to put on?
James.
Go on then. Go on then,
Laid.
put them on. And then when we come back, we'll have a little chat about... We're going to Montreal, me and you, Matthew, for a comedy festival. Also, we're touring the country with a bit of comedy.
I'm
I've got
not.
some very important... You are, young man. I've got some very important information.
What?
Go on then, put your record on.
Hang on, no. You
Put
tell me
your
I've got to go on
record
tour.
on.
I'll speak to you about this in this record.
That was James. You listen to Russell Brand on Radio 2. What is it, Lay?
Laid.
I like that bit where you goes, come back home. You said it all sentimental, didn't you?
I just accidentally said, when are you coming home?
It's because you missed me a little bit. Now then, right, I've got a few important things to talk about now. We was wondering about Casper the Friendly Ghost last week, why a ghost would be so friendly, being as though he's dead and that, he might be angry about dying. That was our presumption. We've had a swathe of emails, thank you very much for those, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk, telling us the grim, dark story behind Casper's death. Apparently, Casper, the lad, was out sledging, sleighing, tobogganing, one of those type of words, and his dad instructed him very clearly that he was to come back indoors. Advice that Casper foolishly did not heed. He then died, I believe, of pneumonia, and then a film happened about a friendly ghost. I can't imagine... I've not seen that film, but I think if I saw that as a sort of prelogue, that I just think I'd feel sad for the whole rest of the film.
Prelogue?
Prologue. I don't know what the right word.
But it's like what's his name? Van Gogh. You know, like the most successful in death.
He is, isn't he?
There wasn't a
Casper's
film
very
about
much.
Casper the Friendly Lad, was there?
People didn't give him monkeys when he was just sledging about. They thought he was a right proper little dick. Second he died, they're all over him. They can't get enough of him.
So off and away.
Off and away. This, yes, as you say, Matthew, like Van Gogh, some would say, like Ian Curtis from Joy Division, that only in death did they find true greatness. I'm a bit concerned, actually, like why a friendly ghost would be more... I don't want a friendly ghost. Like, you know what I mean?
want a friendly ghost, so keep your friendly ghost. I'm talking like that.
I don't want no scrubs. I don't want no friendly ghost.
I'm afraid of no ghost.
I don't care how friendly you are. I like that Bustin' Makes Me Feel Good song. That's a song we should listen to.
Yeah, that's really good, isn't it? Mikey, get that out of the computer.
Mikey, stop twirling your top hat,
Ray,
you big
what's his name? Ray
money-bags
Parker
millionaire
Jr.
nerd.
Ray
Yeah,
Parker
I ain't
Jr.
afraid of no ghost. Burn it. It's good, it is. I like the bit where he goes, Bustin' makes me feel good.
Why don't you be in a film like that?
I'm trying.
You could be like Egon Spengler.
I'm being Bill Murray if I'm in Ghostbusters, mate.
What?
If there's a new Ghostbusters, I don't want to be Egon Spengler. He's the disposable, dispensable nerd one.
Well, you think Bill Murray's... No, I see you as a Rick Moranis character.
No! I'm not being Rick Moranis! I don't want to be him. I've got a certain something, a je ne sais quoi. What about me je ne sais quoi? Come on, you can't ignore that. Hold on, I've got lots more important things to say. What was that about? What were we on about just then? Oh yeah, I had a computer game of Ghostbusters as a lad.
Oh, so
and
did
let
I.
me
It's
tell-
impossible.
It was very difficult to bust them ghosts, which has made me admire. I take back what I say about Egon Spengler, because he did a bloody difficult job. It was difficult to bust those ghosts. But what I wanted to say is that they had made the tune much more sort of simple. The Ghostbusters, with all its sort of sass and sex appeal, had been
And
reduced to
funk.
this. All its funk had gone straight out the window. There was no funk. It went dun dun diddle dun 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 diddle dun 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 diddle dun 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 that's how it went. Which, for me, I mean, it was only on a spectrum, but, you know, that coupled with the impossibility of catching even the early ghosts and the expense of buying the proper Ghostbusters car made the game unworkable.
That's what you had to do. To go around a grid in the car, and then when you got there was a ghost, and you had to throw the box on the floor and make the two waves, you know, what do you call it,
We
the
all
beams.
know you can't cross the streams.
Never
We
cross
know
them.
that from our childhood. Don't cross those streams. Do you know what I mean? I'd be far more likely to use intravenous drugs than cross the
Why are you
streams.
talking about drugs so much?
Probably because I'm so depressed and unhappy, Matthew, and I'm a recovering drug addict. What do you want, a leaflet? Christ, this is a cry for help. Get
Well, listen,
me
here's something
home.
to cheer you up.
Go on. Is the podcast #1 again?
No, listen.
What is it? Hold on. Dun, 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 dun.
Don't ruin it with your Spectrum noise, because this is
I won't.
funk.
Here we go. Funk it up. Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters. You listen to Russell Brand on
Good.
Radio 2. Some of them things, though, you couldn't get the Ghostbusters to deal with. Something, well, you said someone walking through your head. That just means you got mental illness.
Doesn't say that.
It says an invisible man sleeping in your bed, something weird in your head, or something. Bed was rhymed with head, and it was something going on in your head. You might as well say, chopping off your willy in a Turkish restaurant. Who are you going to call Ghostbusters? I don't think that some of them problems are beyond the jurisdiction of the Ghostbusters, in my view. Having said that, the 80s didn't see many other movies that united an audience with such a common sense of purpose. It was a joy, wasn't it, to see Ghostbusters, Matthew?
It was, but didn't, like, Slimer, that green ghost thing, which is everyone's favourite, he wasn't
he was
the
cheeky.
shape of a human, right? So what was he the ghost of? It's like Casper isn't really the shape
What
of a
was he
person.
the ghost of? Yeah. What was Casper the Ghost
'Cause there
of?
was some
A Ku Klux
human-looking
Klan
ghost.
racist.
No, he was just sort of a green ball.
Yeah, no, I mean, Casper at least conforms
Casper,
to the...
right, yeah.
And I think that's just they're meant to have the mortuary sheet on them, innit? 'Cause,
No,
like, maybe
Casper
you're
hasn't got
draped.
that. He's Will-O-the-Wispy shaped, and he's with a big
but
light bulb
he's
head.
shaped. He's a Oh, yeah.
You're
I'm
thinking
thinking of the new Shmoo.
You're thinking of the ghosts out of Pac-Man.
I'm not thinking of those dirty devils. I'll never think of them again after the way they treat Mrs. Pac-Man. They treat her and they should be no better than dog dirt on their boots. I'm not thinking of them. I was thinking of the new Shmoo a little bit. He was the new Shmoo. He was used to be on the telly.
Old, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was old, mate. He was. I tell you what, I don't know what drove him forward, really. What made him tick? He was a bit like Captain Caveman era of TV. He used to crop up round then. He didn't really have any agenda. I didn't know what he was on about, really. Tell you the truth.
Captain Caveman was an oddball.
He's just so aggressive. What was wrong with him?
Yeah.
And he didn't. Marsha fancies him. Marsha, my assistant, she's here.
Well, she fancies Captain Caveman.
She fancies, like, people, like, beardy type, long-haired sorts of people. That's what she goes for, Chris Christopherson.
Describe me, mate.
She's got her eye right on you, sunshine. She wouldn't have any problem applying sun cream to you. Unlike me, walking around like I was wearing red spectacles for 3 days as a result of her lacklustre performance on the beach. You, should be all over you. Should be up and down your flanks.
What's Marsha's most embarrassing, disgusting job she has to do for you?
Sometimes she has to buy medicinal things from the pharmacy for a gentleman. Sometimes a gentleman has requirements, Matthew. Marsha has to meet those requirements.
What's she
You
doing
know,
about
sometimes-
your constipation?
Now listen, there's absolutely no...
coconuts!
The state of
Too
my
many
bowels...
almonds. Probably full of almonds, mate.
I've scarcely touched an almond, so I've only had them during this show to help me unwind the pressure of having to deal with you. Now come along, grow up.
News!
I've got... No, what news now?
Yeah, we haven't got time to talk about anything else than news.
I might like to know what the hell's happening on Earth. Do you want to know what's going on Earth? Because if you do want to know what's going on Earth, let's tell you, it's bloody news. Here's some news now from 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC.
And here's the news now.
80s Matchbox. There's some more words to their name. What does that fly like an eagle?
Rise of the Eagles.
Nice. Oh. Well, what do you want from me? I'm in Hawaii.
We played White Man in Hammersmith Palais, and you went,
yes,
that's White Man in Hammers.
All right, laugh it up. Laugh it up. You're listening to Russell Brand on Radio 2. That was the news. And then after that, there was them, the fellas, weren't they, singing that song about birds.
He's a pro.
Listen, I've got email here. It's from James.
You've also got an almond in your gob.
I'm having a delicious almond and an email. These are my only comforts in life now. I'm just listening to your show. I think the reason your podcast is diving is because us listeners feel like the children from a broken Brand/Morgan family. Mummy is off playing with horses and island men, says James, while father is at home trying to appear on the surface composed and in control, whilst in reality, Matt is downing bottle after bottle of vodka after every podcast edit. Why am I the mum?
Why am I an alcoholic?
But together, we make it work, don't we? P.S. Don't rely on the Americans to boost podcasts. They probably think Russ is some love child of Howard Stern, and that could be the start of a very messy love affair with the American public. We've got a genuine American in here, in the shape of Janae. Janae, do you think then that you're an American, aren't you? Right, come over, will you be on mic for a second? I'll need to quiz you about the views of an American. Is that the right microphone? Right, Janae is the engineer. She's here today. She is a genuine American lady. Now, Janae, let's work out what some of your views are. You've been watching about an hour of this show. Also, you've been privy to the bits while records were on, where Matt talks about things like, his bowel dysfunction, his homosexual desires, in explicit graphic detail. What do you make of this radio show?
I like it a lot. I think it's funny. It's better than some of the stuff we hear.
Some of it, but not all of it.
Most of it. Better than most of it.
Shall we push that a little bit further?
It's the best show I've ever heard in my life.
Woohoo! There we go. We've conquered America. It's Beatlemania. Better than Jesus? Who wouldn't be? Come on, start smashing our LPs right away. We'll get this podcast to #1. But excuse me, Janae, could you, we need our podcast to be
lady.
in America. Excuse me, lady, you my mum. Can I have a cuddle, please? We want that. Can you tell people in America to listen to our podcast, please? Because I'm making films over here now. I've got to come over here, become famous. I don't like it when I'm not famous. It's
I'll
like,
get it out on MySpace.
Will
Right away. Definitely.
Janae.
And I'll listen.
Will
I
you'll
like
listen?
Your show. Yeah.
Janae. I don't know if I've ever felt these urges before.
Janae, you've got about 2 minutes. Get out of there.
I'm afraid it's already too late. Janae, Janae, she's in our room. So, Janae, you like the old radio show, eh?
I do.
You realise in Old Blighty I'm quite, I suppose you could say, quite famous and successful. Are you a single woman?
I am indeed.
Hello! Single, you say? That's them what's not got a boyfriend or a husband, or ain't it? Ain't it?
Oh, God, here we go.
Not locally.
There we go, that's the same as not having one. Janae, you just sit down and enjoy the silly glamour of our radio show, and if you start feeling a bit euphoric and confused and start getting urges, just write them down on a bit of paper and push them over to me.
All right.
That's Janae, actually is the engineer here for us. Last week we had a lad called Jesse. Unfortunately, he's been arrested on suspicion of being a drug fiend. No, he hasn't. He's still at large. Okay, so so do you think that might be it then, Matthew? Do you think the podcast might be plummeting because now this has the dynamic of a broken family?
No, I think we're holding it together. I think it's just plummeting because, you know, there's better things or other things.
Not better.
Not better. But things, you know, that are related to TV programmes, crossover things, multimedia things.
Crossover.
See?
When's our new television show back on? In September?
It's gonna
We'll be back on.
so good. You're in it.
I'm in it. You're working on it, aren't you?
Yep.
Right, we've got a new programme coming on Channel 4 in September. Now, I'm going to be touring soon. Come and see me, please, because, by God, it's going to be bloody good. Right. Have you ever noticed that when you're me, these things you feel inside of yourself? No, right, right, I'll tell you what I've done now, Matt. I've gone ever so political. I've decided, you know, all this talk of revolution, I've decided to get on with it. That's why, yep, that's right, political now.
What do you talk about?
Well, mostly it's the government, mate. Yeah, the bloody government. They've been effing us, and I don't normally swear, but they've been effing us around a bit too long. That's why I've decided to step in.
Are you really going to do political comedy?
It's, you know, a lot of social observations, really. I mean, it's very much, you know, if Che Guevara were alive now, it's very much the sort of thing he'd be doing if he wasn't, didn't have so much integrity and wasn't committed to revolution. Just thought, I wonder what's the best way to pull birds.
Exactly.
That sort of
stuff. I don't think you can, people, you know, will take you seriously as a dissenting voice when you've spent an hour doing your hair. It's just the way it works. You can't, you know.
My hair is a symbol of man's struggle against oppression.
It's a symbol.
Yeah, why not? Could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Right, no, it's good. It'll be well good. I've written some really good stuff, and loads of stuff from when we go to Montreal.
Stuff. Just sort of drop
political
bits in there, drop some bombs in there every now and
again.
again.
Just drop them it all, careful, steady. No, it's not like, it's not political in a kind of, you know, in an academic way. I just like, what I've done is I've cast my eye over a few things, Matt, and let me tell you, I'm not quite satisfied, so I'm going to express in some of those views. And let me tell you, the powers that be better start running for cover, because there's a new kid in town, and he's got some pretty ill-researched opinions. So I've got an email here from Connor Roche in Epsom. Dear Russell, I have a major problem. My name is Connor. That's not that bad. A lot of people are called that.
Nice name.
I'm 16. I like it. I'm 16 years old, and I recently ran the lighting for my school's production of Les Miserables. The show was fantastic, and everyone agrees. Oh yeah, everyone agrees that it was a huge success. However, now some people, especially Andy and Nick, those pair of gits, are moaning, saying that the show was a waste of money and should instead have been used on the school's photocopying budget. As an artist, I am convinced that you will agree with me that putting on an incredible show is indeed worthwhile and is a much better endeavour than having some photocopies. I hope you will agree with me, as I need you to help settle this long and bitter argument. Loving the show. You are a legend, Connor Roche, Epsom. Well, let's see. I think that, a school production of Les Miserables is more valuable than photocopies. Unless, of course, those photocopies are of perhaps people's bums or something. In which case they could be entertaining.
You did that when we went to Sky, when you were on the news show in the morning, because you'd done, like, a naked protest.
At May Day, the beginning of my political dissenting, some would say.
What was that programme called on Sky?
Rise.
Rise, but when it first started, and it was like a...
It was still called Rise. It had, Kirsty Gallagher on it. It had, young
Edith
Colin Murray. Bowman, she turned up.
And
yeah.
You were sat on a photocopier, still drunk from the night before, and a woman who worked there sort of came up and went, and you went, "This photocopier doesn't work," even though you were sat on it with your trousers and pants down. And she went, "Oh, yeah, there's something wrong with it. You'll have to use the one upstairs." Right, well, I will then. Toddling off in your bum.
Yeah, we've got footage of that day, actually, Matthew, and there's a glorious moment.
Yes, I know, yeah. What, where you go to the toilet?
Particular bit. Yeah, there's a bit where I'm talking to Matthew, I think.
No, I wasn't in there. It was Will.
And just defecate in the middle of a conversation. It's just me sat in the toilet going, well, I don't know why I'm doing this thing going on Sky for. Well, you know, I hope it's not embarrassing. And do a whoopsie. And it sounded like a rather loose stool. I mean, those were the crazy days of drug abuse. Thank God we've moved on and put them terrible times behind us.
We're not going to talk about it.
Oi! Listen, there's nothing. I'm having very, very successful movements. It's the sea air. I don't think I've ever been happier. Unlike you, young man, your whole childhood is a litany of embarrassing toilet stories of you having urine dried off on your genitals, because you weed yourself. When you was a magician's assistant, Matthew, you let down the children in the audience and the magician and yourself by weeing all over the stage and asking to take the rabbit home.
I wasn't a magician's assistant. I wasn't employed by him. I was asked up to be his assistant
you were like
for the purposes
Debbie
of one trick.
If you can envisage Debbie McGee just standing on the stage, wetting herself while Paul Daniels is trying to impress us with a free card, bit of close-up magic, then you have what the people of Dartford endured as young Matthew Morgan sprayed them all with his own
What
juices.
about Russell Brand as a boy who, when he did go to the toilet successfully, was rewarded with a farm animal? And then over the years, he built his own small holding of sheep and pigs, built out of toilet worries and woes.
Whoopsie farm, I called it. All right. What about a young Matthew Morgan, a man so didn't he poo on a tape recorder once? Yes. Didn't you were recording him and his sisters were recording the sounds of their own fart, which is a disgusting, degrading thing to do under any circumstances. When Matthew, so excited and overwhelmed by the filthy, puerile situation, defecated, he goes, "Here, I've got a winner," and strained too hard and made fecal matter all over the tape recorder, and the recording survives to this day. Next week we will be debuting the sound of Matthew Morgan.
I recorded over it to stop myself getting in trouble. But I did listen back to it and it was funny.
What were you saying? What did you say?
He goes, go on, I've got a good one, I've got a good one. Then it happens, and then I hear my sister go, tell mum. And they run off, and then me go, no, stop, I can change. Help.
It'll never happen again, please. Let me live. Okay, let's raise the tone, because that's disgusting what we were just doing then.
I can't think of anything else about you, and that's really annoying.
Gutted. Here's an email from Chris Engler. Hello, he says. Greetings to you from the colonies. So here, people of Canada, get ready, because we're coming to Montreal, do that comedy festival soon. He goes, I can understand how you're unhappy there in Hawaii, not being famous. I'm alright, I'm coping with it now, I've settled down, I've found spiritual truth, and I think it's going to really inspire me new material. Not being famous myself, says young Chris, I can empathise with what it's like to not be famous, as I'm not famous all the time. Oh, guess that's a good point, Chris. But also he goes, staying in the USA, I think is appropriate to bring to light an excellent quote from General George Patton, all glory is fleeting. I'd encourage you, dear Russell, not to be perturbed by the fact you're not familiar to people of Hawaii, and follow the advice of one of your own great countrymen, Winston Churchill, and focus on ideals less ephemeral than fame. All the great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word. Freedom, justice, honour, duty, mercy, hope.
Ghostbusters.
Right, that will be the focus. There is something strange in the neighbourhood. I don't know who we're going to call. Winston Churchill. I'll tell you what, right, we've raised the tone from the image of Matthew Morgan doing a whoopsie on his sister's birthday present tape recorder. Why don't we listen to a record? Matt, you're in charge of the music this hour. What are we listening to, mate?
We're going to listen to Panic.
The Smiths! The Smiths.
Hank the DJ.
The Smiths, Panic. Matt doing that ridiculous impression of Morrissey that people do that's actually nothing like him. You're listening to Russell Brand on Radio 2. Coming up in the show, we've got some fantastic things happening, like Noel Gallagher, he's going to chat to us. We are going to orchestrate that ice cream van thing, but although someone sent me an email saying that it's dangerous to do ice cream vans. Listen to this. Dear Russell, dear Matt and Russell, don't feel left out. I put Matt first because it seemed to flow better and it's alphabetically correct. You fiend. This is Tom Lassie.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have a good idea for getting your podcast back to #1. Some other podcasts have a huge backlog of their previous week's entries on iTunes, so when you click one of them, you get a huge list of all the ones ever done. Right, let's do that. That would be good. And then he continues. I don't know if the scoundrels at The Apprentice have been using devious tactics. I refuse to look at their podcast with my computer. Also, be careful with your ice cream celebration van idea. My friend's dad used to be an ice cream man in his youth, and there is a lot of rivalry between them. They have different turfs. Ugh, I don't like to think of an ice cream man having turf, like, you know, because it might get in the ice cream. I've got some turf in here, it's got all mixed in with the lemon sorbet. It makes me feel unsettled. It's like the kind of thing you'd do on a tape recorder. And they have different turfs, and will apparently get violent. Yeah, listen, we can learn something here, Matthew. There's an opportunity to learn something, but you're so self-obsessed that you can't move forward. They have different turfs and will apparently get violent if someone invades theirs. My friend's dad got chased away by an ice cream man wielding a chain. That couldn't be further from the blissful ideology conjured up by dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like the gentle ice cream music, and then an ice cream man wearing his white jacket. It's weird that they have to wear them uniforms like dentists or doctors, isn't it? Ice cream mans. Why do they have to wear them uniforms for? Why is it, Matthew?
There's some radio there from Russell Brand. Sony award winning, I'm shocked.
That's just a sideways look at life. Also, you might like to think that perhaps that the ice creams are used to keep us docile and spellbound by a government that don't want us to get in touch with our spirituality and inner
What about
unity.
the fact that the ice cream's got no dairy content in it? It's actually just...
What?
Yeah, it's not,
Right,
it's not cream
more
at all.
corruption. There's
It's made
no
from a
bloody
powder.
cream.
It's really horrible, but it's tasty.
It should be called powder ice. It should be called dust cream. It should be called mushroom cloud cornet snack.
And what about the badly painted cartoon characters? They've got no rights to use them, and they just paint on really odd versions of, you know, Bunny Rabbit.
Like
what's his name?
a pink Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
He's not a bloke, Matthew. What's that?
I forgot his name. I thought he was called Bunny Rabbit
He was one
for
of
a
your
minute.
dad's friends. Bunny, who's that bloke? Bunny Rabbit used to come round my house, ask what's up, duck, when I was a kid. Hey, who's this then? What's up, duck? What's up, duck? You're out of control, lad. So listen, and then more, and also they have Mind That Child written on the back of them, and I didn't like that because
slow children, and then
by that time it's run you over anyway, because that's the back of it. It's too late.
You don't get run over by the back of it. They don't reverse into you.
No, I'm just saying, it says Mind That Child. I don't know, maybe you'd be reading that and you might run someone over. And I also didn't like it when that ice cream van come round and it was, like, instead of having feast, they had festival. I didn't like that.
Oh, God.
I like a feast, not a festival.
And why was a 99 called a 99?
Got no connection to 99. Yeah? Okay, that's just some of the new political gear I'll be busting out there on the tour. Yeah, we're bringing them down,
Why did you say
man.
I have to go on tour with you? You said you were
Oh, yeah. You've got to come on tour with me. There's a lot of pressure on you. Also, continues Tom Lassie, at my old school, 2 ice cream vans had a kind of mini war at the top gate. Oh, he says that like we all went to his school. Had a kind of mini war at the top gate where one used to park. They kept marking down prices and doing offers. Doing offers. Yeah, I'm doing an offer. Ice cream at a cheaper price than another ice cream, or you'll get a smack in the mouth. Don't mind that child, run the little punk over. Right, then eventually we got banned from going up there. Oh no, they got banned from going. Well, you know, that's life for you. Be careful. It shouldn't. I don't think they should be allowed to park them ice cream vans outside in that fashion.
No, not with childhood obesity being what it is.
Bit more politics there. Okay, so, yeah, here's
Hang on,
another-
why you keep saying I have to go on tour with you and there's a lot of pressure on me? What am I got to do?
Yeah, I need you to come on tour. When I get back from Hawaii, going on tour, touring the country, and I need you to come with me. A lot of pressure,
Hang on, but
pressure.
do what? Do your hair? Carry your shoes?
No, we've got people to do the shoes and the hair carrying. That's all under control. What we do need is you to be there just to do a few announcements, a few on-stage sketches, bit of performances, and some people are hoping you might recreate that beautiful moment from your childhood where you did a poo on a tape recorder. Some people are calling it modern art. Here's an email from someone called Matt P. He's sent us an idea for a documentary. He's actually done it quite well. Title, Che Brand, The Motorcycle Monologues. A TV documentary feature, 120 minutes. Schedule, 3 months in South America. Russell and Matt are following the footsteps, open brackets, close brackets, bike tracks, of Che Guevara and his travelling companion Alberto by setting off on 60cc Norton motorcycles and tracing the route Che took through South America in the 50s, followed by, and then he's put at the end, followed by a small dock crew and support team. Might be fun. Yeah, alright, we'll do it. That sounds a good idea, don't it?
Quite similar to that, aren't we?
What, that's going on the route of Jack Kerouac and the Beat Poets, yeah. You don't know nothing about Jack Kerouac and the Beat Poets.
Wake up, Grandad, because I've been sent all the DVDs and books, and I'm going to learn it and beat you on it.
Oh no. You'll never beat me because
I'll
I'm
be
their
a
natural
wise
heir.
sage in that documentary with all the knowledge. Matt, would Kerouac have liked these shoes? Matt.
No way, mate. You'll be like you always are. You'll be a skittering, nervous wreck in that documentary while I stride manfully into new territories.
No.
Yeah.
What'll happen is, as soon as the camera's off, so we're just going to bed down here for the night, just like Kerouac did here on the street. Then the camera turns off. Right, get into my hotel. Matt can sleep here. He'll experience it. He'll tell us what it was like in the morning. Now, listen, I want English papers. English papers are online. Why don't you read them online?
It's not the same. You can't touch it in your hands. You can't get the print on your fingers. It's not the same. It don't feel right somehow. You'll experience everything that Kerouac experienced, young man. You will get out there
Including
and
death.
You will have some acid, you will have your heart broken by your wife, and you will die a tragic death without being truly appreciated. You better get used to it, or I'm going to be living it up, living a life like Lionel Richie in some of the world's best hotels, falling in love with that lass. Right, okay, here's another email. Remember, Matthew, we were very worried about where Peter Tatchell, gay rights campaigner, was. Well, here's some news. Hello, Russell and Matt, says Emilio Garcia Calitz. You once asked, what happened to Peter Tatchell? Well, gay human rights, that's good. Gay human rights, like, only for gay humans. No, I think he's a human rights activist and he happens to be gay. Gay human rights activist Peter Tatchell has been chosen as the Green Party's candidate to fight Oxford East at the next election. It sounds like he's going to fight
being
against
gay has nothing to do with the environment.
I don't know, is it? Maybe. Depends where you're gay and how you do the gayness. It's up to them, really, Matt. Let's not judge the gays and what they want to do. I think it's no coincidence that Peter is out and about again, seeing as Russell is in the States and the revolution has been left behind in the UK. Peter is trying to usurp the brand party, and this is his first step. I download the podcast and at work for my flatmate on his computer, which makes it 3 times per podcast. If everyone did the same, all your dreams really would come true, and the revolution would be in better shape. Damn you, Tatchell. Good, Emilio. That is a lovely email. Well done for downloading the podcast in 3 different ways there. Why don't me and you start downloading it, Matthew?
We're
told idiots.
You, I haven't... Well, actually, iTunes doesn't work on my computer anymore.
Bloody thing.
I use Winamp now, so there's a plug for them. iTunes is a bit mad.
Is it?
Yep.
No, don't use Winamp. We'll go down the charts. Do Winamp have a chart?
Oh, yeah. iTunes is a reliable piece of software.
Good old iTunes, get us right up them charts. Now, yeah, should we listen to a record? Because I'm looking at some stuff here, and quite frankly, you look at it and it makes you think, well, makes me want to listen to a record.
Is Noel Gallagher awake?
Noel Gallagher, we'll ring him in a minute. Let's listen to a record, then have another bit of a chat, then ring Noel Gallagher. Noel Gallagher will be on this show. Let's do that thing where we try and talk to him about controversial things. Right, let's think of some controversial things. Here, gay rights. Let's ask him about that. He'll have all sorts of views on that and the environment. He'll go mental, won't he? Yeah. Right, what are we going to listen to, Matt?
Black Keys.
Yeah, alright, let's listen to them. They're nice. There's only a couple of them, isn't there?
2 of them.
Make a lovely racket. Black Keys there. This is Russell Brand on Radio 2. What is it? Act nice and natural.
Act nice and gentle. Try and get something right.
No way! What have I got to get things right for? Who's going to stop me? Jesus, the government, the people that used to run the Cubs, they can all F off. I'm here, who are you now? Yeah, Al-Qaeda.
You weren't a Cub, were you?
Yeah, I was actually, for a couple of weeks. They were up to no good. There was something going on there. It's fishy. What do you want to be a Cub leader for? Do you know what I mean? Why bother? No, it's alright, there's some nice activities. I don't like things where they make you dress up the same as everyone else and tie things up and set things on fire.
Try and make yourself look like a young Che Guevara.
Hey.
I didn't like it, I didn't like answering to the man. I didn't like the woggle, it was too tight around my neck, you know, I wanted to just hit the road. I set up my own Cub camp, down by the river. Couple of homeless guys.
We just used to sit around, play bongos most nights, smoke a lot of wacky.
We had one of those metal bins with a fire in it. Crazy times.
Rocky used to run by sometimes and would sing a cappella for a while, and I'd write some poems. Guess that's why I got selected to do this Kerouac doc. Probably dragged Matt Morgan along for the ride, not that he knows anything about Kerouac. Okay, so you probably want to present a program called Kerouac-a-Day and do it with Timmy Mallet and try and make it all about... You love that little Mallet. You mention it about 5 times a week, don't you? Go on. They are. He's on. Mr. Mallet. That was when Mallet's Mallet had seen better days, mate. That weren't even the Mallet. That was when Timmy Mallet had all fallen apart and they just thought, give the Mallet a voice.
You said Mallet too many times, it doesn't mean anything.
No!
That was when Mallet fell apart, then Mallet.
Oh, we're wide awake. It's good to know you're ready. You're wide awake. So on your marks and get set, go. That used to inspire me of a morning, let me tell you. I used to spring from my bed.
Rock and roll Timmy Mallet anyway, haven't you? So it clearly inspired you.
How dare you? Don't, because that's the sort of thing that could stick. Let's not say that anymore.
Rock and roll, Timmy Mallet.
Well, then you're bloody Strachan, then. You're Michaela Strachan.
Good, she was sexy. Did you read too much into it?
The best of bud is me and Mallet hang around sometimes.
Actually, you are friends with Mallet, aren't you? You've met him at Big Mouth, Big Brother's Big Mouth, you and Matt. Oh, Mr. Mallet, I've always respected you and in many ways based my career on you, just with a different look. But I'd really hate it if the tabloids started calling me a rock and roll Timmy Mallet.
Oswald Russell Brand has come out with his obsession with Timmy Mallet, 80s weirdo.
Because you have got a picture of Timmy Mallet over your bed, haven't you? But oh no, sorry, not going to mention that.
It's more of a ice sculpture, really. And as Mallet drips down into my mouth, as the bed gets hotter and hotter, I get more of Mallet's spatula.
That doesn't make sense.
That's because I'm a beat poet, man. I just go with the flow.
Kerouac was one of those. I've read a book.
Yes, he was. No, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about Kerouac. Here, where's Noel Gallagher? Let's ring him up. What did he say? He's busy till another 15 minutes.
Half an hour.
We won't be here no more, will we? Surely not. Not if there's any justice in the world. It's time for bed.
I can't see the clock, but...
I keep trying to get him to get involved. Can we call him out? Okay, right, ring him now. He just sent me a text saying ring now, ring now.
Go on then,
right, Mikey, ring Noel Gallagher. Right, now it's for the regular item that we call, Gallagher's Island, where Noel Gallagher asks that we get Noel Gallagher to say things what's controversial and that. Right, Matt, come on, write some things down. Let's say, get him to talk about, gay rights, what's the other thing, the environment... what else can we get him to talk about?
Well, why don't you get him to do a report on what's going on in this country for you? He's your man on the ground.
He sent another email. Not email, that one what goes to your phone. Seriously, man, hurry up. God, it sounds threatening. Ring him, Mikey!
Mikey, make it happen. Mikey, you came here in a Rolls Royce, you should do some work.
Mikey, you're living your life like Lady Penelope. We've got Thug Life tattooed across your abdomen, living it up, tipping 40s to the curb. Get on with your job!
I have to call him from the studio, though.
That's alright. Make it happen.
Go and do it! He's getting angry. Look at him now. He's started to go, seriously, man, hurry up on my text message. You know what he's like. He's probably drunk. He'll be out of his mind on drowsy drugs. Come on.
It's never very early in the morning for him, isn't it?
Is it? What time is it in Ukulele?
10 to 9 on a Saturday morning.
That's no way to live your life. Mind you, Soccer AM starts soon. Oh, I miss Soccer AM. Oh, Christ.
You can watch things like that online. You just need a laptop. You just need to get with it.
You can watch Soccer AM online?
Of course you can.
How?
Probably. You can watch telly online. Yeah, you buy something or pay for something and you can do it.
No?
Yes.
Oh, no! You sound curmudgeonly. I've missed you. Have you missed me?
It's 20 to 9 in the morning.
Whee! We're wide awake. It's good to know you're ready and you're wide awake. Man! How are you feeling?
I'm slightly hungover and quite grumpy.
Yeah. Matt says that I'm I'm a rock and roll Timmy Mallet.
What? No.
Matt said I'm a rock and roll Timmy Mallet.
No, it's Matt been on the mushrooms again.
Yeah,
I suppose he's not very rock and roll, is he?
In what kind of way? Well, yes, yeah, you maybe slightly, could be as annoying as Timmy Mallet at times.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Well, thanks for your time.
Well, you and Timmy Mallet have got that slight annoying timbre to your voice when you get excited.
Right, that's it. Stop it, 'cause you'll make me joyless. I happen to be an artist with a lot of credibility. Now, come on.
I met your stylist out the other night.
Sharon, what did you say to her?
She come up to me and said, "I'm Russell's stylist." And I said, well, congratulations, I said to her.
Well, you know, I have won awards for my style.
And she walked off.
You probably weren't warm and friendly enough.
Oh, no. Well, it was at, where were we? Oh, it was at an art exhibition in Brick Lane.
What are you doing at an art exhibition?
Yeah, what was I doing that? Well, the artist was a very close friend of mine, and he was exhibiting his work, and I went down to basically have my picture taken with him and get his poxy exhibition some publicity.
So, Noel, what's been going on in the UK, in your life and in the news? Because I'm a bit out of touch now.
Let me see, what have I been doing? I went to see that Shane Meadows the other night. This is England.
Oh, is it what's all the skinheads?
Yeah, I went to the National Film Theatre to see that. That was pretty good. It's been getting on.
I like Shane Meadows.
Yeah, he's a top geezer, man, and the film was great, but other than that, I've been getting bang on it every night this week.
Yeah, because actually Matt was saying he'd seen in the paper that you're living a life of a sort of out-of-control sort of hobo gentleman.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, we'll start... There's rumours of us starting back at work on a new record in a few weeks, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I've gone over the top a wee bit.
Well, that'd be fantastic. You don't. You sound like you're muttering over the top of your vest. I imagine you with all crushed up Doritos caught in your chest hair.
Well, it's not that far from. I'm actually in a taxi just approaching Camden. I'm going to pick up my little daughter because she's coming to stay with her dad for the weekend. And,
Lovely.
Obviously it's very.
Ain't it going to be embarrassing you being there?
What's that?
I said, won't it be embarrassing you being there? I was implying that you weren't your own child's father, Noel. I mean, it was off the cuff.
Oh dear.
How's lovely Sarah?
She's radiant.
Is she?
Yeah, she's loving being pregnant. Actually, I'm loving her being pregnant because when we go out, she has to stay sober. So
Right.
I can relive the night the next day, and I go, really? Did I say that to him? I didn't mean that though when I said it. That kind of thing. And she had to undress me the other night, drunk.
Jesus Christ, Noel, get yourself together.
Right?
What kind of life are you living? You've got another baby on the way.
It's expected of me, Russell.
Having to be undressed by your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's an heartbreaking story.
No, but I'm sure you've been there when you get that plastered that your logic is, well, no, I'll sleep in my clothes because I'm going to have to put them back on tomorrow anyway, so just leave me here.
Yeah,
and
that's a slippery slope, Noel.
Yeah, and your missus is going...
Well, what's the point in going to the toilet? I'll just have to go to the toilet again. Might as well do it down my leg.
Yeah, and Sarah's going, well, at least take the shades off. At least just take them off.
You can't sleep like a rock and roll star. Come on, Noel.
Hang on a minute, mate. Just turn right in here. There we go.
Oh, God, here it goes.
No, I can. I am one.
Oh. Yeah, I know you are. No one's disputing that. So, you're in Camden. Oh, blimey, I miss England. I really do.
Right, Russell, just give us 1 minute here, because I'm just about to grab my daughter and put her in this taxi. Right?
All right. I hope you ain't give her that Rolls Royce that he bought for me. Do you remember he bought that Rolls Royce? I still ain't had it, Matthew.
A toy Rolls Royce.
I've got it. It's
Where's
there,
that?
but it's in the garage.
I bet it's in the garage. It's only little. What have you got it next to your cars? Don't get drunk one night and try and drive it.
Right, it's on the shelf in the garage. You coming?
Oh.
Hang on a minute. You are coming, yeah? Come on, then.
Probably.
Are you sure that's your daughter?
Yeah. Come on. Yes, it is. Well, yeah, no, it is. Better that be. Right, in you go. Hang on a minute.
Oh,
right.
good. She's all safe in the car now, is she?
The handover's been done. We're back on the road.
There we go. Seamless. That was fantastic.
Yeah, do you want to know your Uncle Russell?
Oh, yeah, let's have her.
Hi.
Hello, darling, you alright?
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? What's going on at school?
Nothing.
Listen, I'm not a police officer. Has your dad taught you not to answer questions like this?
Well, not much at all.
Denise, does Daddy smell a bit funny today?
No.
Bit vinegary?
No. I haven't smelled him yet.
Have a quick smell of him, because I think he might smell of booze.
Okay. I'll put you back onto Dad.
Okay. Oh, well, how lovely. Bye-bye, darling. Isn't it lovely that she took responsibility for ending the call there?
The unconditional love of a youngster. Fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's lovely. It makes me want to have some children.
Yeah, well, you've got to find the right person.
Yeah, unless I'm thinking of setting up a harem.
You've already got one of them anyway, haven't you?
Yeah, but we've not started having babies yet. What do you think about that? I'll have a harem, few people, have all different children, all different colours. It'll be brilliant.
It sounds like a Madonna video. It sounds like a Michael Jackson.
Yeah, well, as long as it's just a video. Actually, we do want to do some controversial stuff. So, Noel, what do you think about gay rights?
What?
Gay rights, what do you think of them?
Oh, it's just let him get on with it.
All right then.
What do you think of gay rights?
Yeah, fine. I don't mind. I think everyone's the same, really. Just get on with what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, what do you think about people that have sort of burglars and that are committing a lot of crime but they're drug addicts? Should they be let out or should you throw away the key?
No, throw away the key. You gotta be brutal.
You've got to be brutal.
Yeah, so you're just coming at the angle because you used to be a drug addict, right? And you think that, and you think that just because you're dependent on drugs automatically means that you're allowed to be a criminal. Is that right?
I think you should be compassionate towards people.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So if you woke up, say right now, you know your tiny little flat in London, wherever it is you live. Right?
I've got a nice big house now.
Yeah, like whatever. Just say like right now, this second, it's been absolutely trashed by two crackheads. Would you be understanding, or would you want?
Justice! Justice!
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all right for you and your middle class views, right, and all that. Sitting there thinking, well, I'd be different. But you know, if it happened to you, you'd be the same as me. String them up.
That is not a middle class view, to say be all liberal. This is the compassion that has come from a life of hardship. Not like you, Noel, poncing around doing dandy burglaries in your childhood, writing in a shed with your broken foot.
Let's not get into this Monty Python sketch about it with the hardest upbringing. Genuinely, I don't know, I'd upbringing. You didn't, and obviously.
How dare you?
Well, you used to wear a cape, and you wear girls' jeans. That to me is a sign
cape
of a liberal.
was a reaction against circumstance, like Mark Bolan.
That's the sign of a liberal upbringing, as far as I'm concerned.
I didn't wear that cape till I left home at the heartbreakingly tender age of 16, and then got all caped up to cope. I was sleeping in that cape. I lived in that cape with a three-legged dog and a crackhead and a couple of oboes. We used to stand round a bin writing tunes. We were talking about them earlier.
All right, well, good for you. Good for you.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm glad you've acknowledged the hell that was my caped upbringing. Now, what about South Africa?
What about it?
I've realised now that we've not set up this item with Noel, so Noel doesn't know. What we're trying to do, Noel, really, is just to guide you towards subjects that could possibly be controversial.
You're trying to get me to say something outrageous in the hope that it'll be in the Daily Star. That's right, isn't it?
Not really, just for our own amusement now, because I can't read the Daily Star because I'm in Hawaii.
South Africa, until they win the World Cup, will remain rubbish.
There we are. There's your headline. South Africa's rubbish. Do you think that until they win the World Cup, Nelson Mandela should be put back in prison?
You never said that. I never said that.
Yes, you did. You implied it.
No, I didn't imply it.
You implied that Nelson Mandela should be banged right up.
Oh, dear.
Well, okay, perhaps I'll give you a proper ring so I can talk to you normally and chat to you about how everything's going.
As Matt will testify this, you always say that.
What? Yeah?
You always say, yeah, I'll give you a proper ring. You only ever call me when you want me to come on your show.
You user.
You are, you're the user. He's using you, Matt. Don't ever forget that.
Are you still drunk? What kind of outburst is this?
I know I am.
It's controversial.
I went to a dinner party last night. I'm very mature, very posh.
What happened?
Sat around, ate some food, got really steaming drunk, and I think I was being quite funny.
Yeah? Do you think so? By funny, do you mean deeply prejudiced?
What? No, what image do you have of me, Russell? That's bad. It's one thing I'm actually not, is prejudice.
No, you're not. You're a lovely man. You probably regard perhaps the other diners were impressed with your brilliant routine about jailing Nelson Mandela till South Africa win the World Cup.
Well, until he lifts it, that's all I'm saying.
There can be no peace, no freedom.
No, no, I didn't. Obviously, when you put this together, it won't sound like that. It'll sound like I was talking about the South African football team.
Yeah, of course it will.
Yeah.
We're not about to get you into any trouble, not with your volatile temperament. So, all right, I will give you a ring. Actually, it'd be lovely to talk to you.
Well, I'm going out. I'm going to a kids' party today. So give us a ring.
You go to a lot of kids' parties.
Well, I've got kids.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you'll have to do this when you find some woman stupid enough to impregnate.
How dare you?
With your little cape and your little cane skipping around to kids' parties. Going, oh, forsooth, child, it was. 'Twas the night before, wasn't it? 'Twas.
They'll probably think I'm the magician.
And the kid will be going, Dad, you know your mate? He's making me feel uncomfortable. Can you get rid of him? Anyway, look.
How dare you?
Right, I'm back at home now.
Right then. I'll give my love to Sarah. Give your daughter a kiss.
I will do.
Right then. I'll talk to you later. Thanks very much for doing that call. It's lovely to speak to you.
I love you.
Bye. I love you as well. Take care, Noel Gallagher.
Bye, Noel.
Bye. Bye. See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Oh,
We've put up with some crap from that man. Nobody is. I'm sick and tired. I tell you what, I will swing for him one of these days. I swear to God I will. Yeah, so he's lovely, isn't he? What should we listen to now? I think he is still drunk, because that's not normal for him to say that, is it?
He's volatile, isn't he?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen next with him. Yeah, Matthew, come, let's listen to a record.
This is one of Noel's favourite songs, I think.
All right, that'll cheer us up then. Let's listen to that. Slade, Far, Far Away. Lovely, yeah, I could imagine Noel doing that. It was very nice, wasn't it, Matthew?
Yeah, it's a good song.
What? I could just hear G in the background go away. What's going on there?
Because there was a bloke trying to get into the studio. And we were going,
What happens? When I'm not there, you're like ducklings or something, just wandering about, getting in difficult situations. It's ridiculous. There's a bloke trying to get in.
Everyone get down, turn the lights off.
Pretend we're not in. He called up a fire engine. Now it's outside. I'm panicking. Did you ever used to call up fire engines?
No, not phone. I used to phone the operator and say weird things, and then they phone. You know, when you're like with your mates and you think you're really clever for doing it, phone it and say, hang up, say big bum and hang up, and then they phone you back and go, or they know your address or something. They say your address, and then you think, oh no.
Yeah, that's freaky. Yeah, then you start after time to pay the piper.
You phoned up fire engines?
I just phoned up whoever, you know, just pass the time. Oh, it's pretty crazy, Matthew, pretty crazy. Hold on, I've got some what are these things I've got to say about? Dear Russell, you do look like Jesus, says, well, that has been undermined a bit. It's Pygmy Metal. This is from Pygmy Metal. Oh no, Marianne. Pygmy Metal, just some sort of pseudonym.
Well, why she told you a pseudonym and her real name?
I don't know why, you know, she's got a double identity.
And why have such a pretty name and an ugly pseudonym?
Yeah, because Leonard Cohen would never write a song called Pygmy Metal, would he? So long, Pygmy Metal.
Lou Reed did something like that.
Did he? No. What, he wrote a song for someone with an horrible name?
Oh, it's a Metal Machine, I think it was called.
Have you gotten time, how's things going in Hawaii? Have you got time off for good behaviour? Have you had time to tour the island or see any volcanoes? Volcanoes? What are these? It's like a canoe, but it's on fire. I'm not getting in that. Or are you too busy oogling your surfing instructor?
Oogling.
Oogling. It says oogling here.
It means ogling.
Yeah, I suppose
it's not like Googling.
It is if you do it with your pants down.
Oh, there he is.
Hello, come on, we've wrapped it. So, yeah, they want a picture of me with Mike, the surfing instructor. I've got my
You're meant to have made a video about Mike.
Yeah, send me a camera then. I got an email off that nerd Mikey, our bleeding supposed assistant, or whatever his job is. I still don't know what his job is. He goes, oh, we'll send over the video camera with Nick, your agent, right, because Nick's coming over here. Don't just do that. That's not very professional. Send it over with one of your mates like it's half a kilo of crack. Just send it over Federal Express. Nick's not a bleeding mule for cameras. Send it over Federal Express. I'll make a bleeding podcast.
Stop saying
we'll
bleeding.
Blow these punks. What?
You said bleeding about 9 times then.
Bleeding, well,
who says that apart from you and .com? No one says bleeding. Don't bleeding send it over your mate, you bleeding idiot. Ugh.
Oh, my Nick. Oh, I miss old Nick Cotton. Oh, but let's not get sidetracked. Listen, will the Hawaii radio station let you call the mainland, or do you have to give them quarters to use the payphone? We've become disciples of you, and we've taken these photographs of you dressed up as you. Love, Marianne. Well, thank you very much for becoming disciples of me and my somewhat amorphous belief system. However, I'm very grateful. Matthew?
Yes, Russell.
What's the matter?
Just listening to you. Worrying about my future. You know.
Your future is in safe hands. We've got a lovely tour coming up. We've got a lovely new television programme starting. This film will be out soon. I'll most likely get an Oscar or two. We've got all sorts of new film deals coming in. Everything's going to be tickety-boom. You mustn't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Come, let's get G to do a poem, summarise the show, then we'll have a bit more chat. G, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I've seen off to the intruder, and he won't be around here no more.
You're a very butch fella. Have you missed me, G?
I've missed getting sleep.
Oh, look at and that's probably because I'm absent. He's been sitting up at night thinking about me.
Forlorn,
squeezing
thinking about
his own boobs. Right, okay then, G. Now, Mr. G, the poet laureate of our Radio 2 broadcast, will do a poem that summarises the show, while the people in the studio here in Hawaii tolerate the blow-off I've just done. It's Mr. G!
Okay, this poem is entitled Beating the Clock. My watch face is glistening and time is still listening to my lone pen's quick scribbling as it curves and bends towards the finishing line. And so now I'm delivering my synopsis of the show. The clock dictates the flow and plots the way it goes. Tick-tock screams crossed. We ain't afraid of no ghosts. The ink explodes as I'm told about Russell's multifunctional coat. My hand swerved as I heard about the surf instructor's abode, conducting the code as we market a new brand of cologne made from freshly squeezed almonds, causing Casper to moan. In the zone where magically releases as the pressure unloads. The revolution is coming with a mallet and it's hitting the road. The clock interrupts abruptly and screams our time's up. My pen then goes to sleep, job's complete until it's released for next week's Right Up.
Whee!
Mr. G, who does our blog, go to bbc.co.uk. You can send us emails, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Keep in touch with us. Keep sending me gifts, please, because I do like to have a gift. Send Matt a gift if you like as well. Not what he wants, though. Just send him things he won't understand or appreciate. Try the works of Jack Kerouac. And also, what? Also, get us back to #1 the podcast. We're going to make that film. Send us suggestions of what you'd like to see me do in Hawaii. I will accept erotic suggestions, and I'm sure Mike will be up for it as well. Next week's show's going to be a hell of a humdinger. Just some of the guests will include actual Hawaiians. I'm going to get a Hawaiian band in here and hula girls. Marsha, make sure you organise a hula band of Hawaiians. Get my medication. I need the levy. And we'll have, of course, more poetry from the fantastic Mr. G, and more sniping and vicious vituperitude from Matthew
That's
Morgan.
not even a word.
Yeah, you can. Vituperative. So vituperative. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. So and Mikey. Yeah, vituperativity. Mikey, stop living the Vida Lorca, living it up like P. Diddy, doing lines off the back of your chauffeur's neck in your bleeding passion wagon. Start living humble life, mate. From now on, you're to come to school on a mule or something, and I'd like you to wear a cassock. He shouldn't be living like that, should he, Mikey? The way he conducts himself.
Yeah.
Hurry up, my car's waiting outside.
Oh!
How dare!
Oh,
He's trying to get on-air content. Don't listen to him. Don't send it. And Mr. Nibs, get Mr. Nibs in next week. I miss him.
He can't come
Where
in
is
this
he?
early.
Of course he can. Just get him down from Wales or wherever it is he lives. He likes it.
He has
Get
to stay
Mr.
in a
Nibs down.
B&B. It's so
He
sweet.
like it. Right, now let's get our podcast back to #1.
Stop
Send
saying
me
the
nice
same
gifts
things.
at Turtle Bay. Bye then! Alright, sometimes I find it hard to let go of things. That's why I had to have farm animals when I did a whoops as a child. You've been listening to Russell Brand on Radio 2. Thank you very much. Probably some news or something now. 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC.
At 11 o'clock.